Hi everyone, in this video I will solve the questions in the past paper IGCSE Mathematics 0580 in October-November 2023, and this is the question paper 23. Question 1. Tara goes on a journey by train. The train leaves at 6:48 and the journey takes 12 hours and 35 minutes. So we find the time when Tara arrives by adding 6:48 and 12 hours 35 minutes together. So 6 plus 12 is 18. 48 plus 35 is 83, but we cannot write the minutes like this, so we'll split 83 minutes into 1 hour and 23 minutes. So 18 hours plus 1 more hour is 19. And then we have 23 minutes. And this is the final answer, 19:23. Question 2. From the list, write down a cube number. In this list, we see that 64 is a cube number because 64 is equal to 4 cubed. So it is the answer for question A. B. A prime number. You know a prime number only has two factors. They are 1 and itself. So if a number has at least one factor that is not 1 or itself, then it's not a prime number. For example, 63 is divisible by 3 or 9 or so. 66 is an even number, so it is divisible by 2, the same for 68. And 69 is divisible by 3. So only 61 is a prime number because it is only divisible by 1 and 61. Question 3. The stem and leaf diagram shows the height in centimeters of some plants. And notice that the key shows 10.4 means 10.4 centimeters. So we want to find the median height. Let's count how many plants are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So in this case, n equals 13. To find the median, we use the formula n plus 1 over 2 to find the position of the median. In this case, 13 plus 1 over 2 is 7. So we need to find the number in the 7th place. So let's count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This number 2 is the median, which means the median is 12.2 centimeters. B. Work out the mean height. To find the mean, we will add up all the values together. There are 10.4 plus 10.8 plus 11.1 plus 11.3 and so until 13.9. And there are 13 values altogether, so we divide the sum by 13. Then the answer is 12.1 centimeters. Question 4. Shubu invest $750 in a savings account for 5 years. This is P, and this is the time. The account paid simple interest at a rate of 1.8%, this is R, per year. Calculate the total interest she earns during the 5 years. In simple interest, we have the formula to find the interest, that is PRT. In this case, P is $750. The interest rate is 1.8% and the time is 5 years. So the answer is $67.50. Question 5. The diagram shows triangle ABC. M is the midpoint of AC. The triangle ABC is rotated 180 degrees about the center M. The image and the original triangle together form a quadrilateral ABCD. A. Write down the mathematical name of the quadrilateral ABCD. So if you rotate the triangle ABC 180 degrees about the center M, then the point B should be opposite to its image, which means M is also the midpoint of BD. Then we'll join ABCD together and we see that it is a parallelogram. B. Find the angle BAD, this angle. You see that ABCD is a parallelogram, so BC should be parallel to AD. And this means that the angle ABC and the angle BAD, they should add up to 180 degrees because they are co-interior angles. Co-interior angles add up to 180 degrees. If you notice that, you see BC is parallel to AD and this is a transversal. So the angle ABC equals 112 degrees and the angle BAD is what we want to find. So to get the angle BAD, we'll subtract 112 from 180 and the answer is 68 degrees. This is question B. 68 degrees. Question 6. Rama asks a group of students how they travel to school. The table shows the probability of how a student chosen at random travels to school. A. Complete the table. You know that the probability of all of these options should add up to 1. So to find the probability of the other option, we'll subtract the probability of all the others from 1. I will add up all of these and then I subtract the sum from 1 and the answer is 0.11. So this is 0.11. B. There are 1,800 students at the school. Find the expected number of students that walk to school. This one is the section of the students who walk to school. The probability of this section is 0.32. And if there are 1,800 students, we just multiply by the number of students. And the answer for this is 576 students. Question 7. Without using a calculator, work out 1 and 5/6 divided by 11/15. You know, first we need to convert this into a fraction. 1 times 6 is 6. 6 plus 5 is 11. So we have 11 over 6 divided by 11 over 15. To divide a fraction by a fraction, we will multiply the first fraction by the reciprocal of the second fraction. The reciprocal of 11 over 15 is 15 over 11. And now we can cancel 11 and 11. So the answer is only 15 over 6. But we need to write the answer in simplest form. So first, let's simplify this. 15 and 6 are both divisible by 3. So 15 divided by 3 is 5. 6 divided by 3 is 2. And finally, we need to write our answer as a mixed number. So 5 divided by 2 is 2. Remainder 1. So the mixed number is 2 and 1/2. Question 8. Find the highest common factor of 48 and 80. So first, 48 is equal to 2 times 24. 24 is equal to 2 times 12. 12 is equal to 2 times 6. And then 6 equals 2 times 3. So these are the prime factors of 48. Similarly, 80 is equal to 2 times 40. 40 is equal to 2 times 20. 20 is equal to 2 times 10. And 10 is equal to 2 times 5. So these are the prime factors of 80. So I'll write again 48 is equal to 2 to the power 4 times 3. 80 is equal to 2 to the power 4 times 5. And we see that the highest common factor of 48 and 80 is actually 2 to the power 4. 2 to the power 4 is the highest common factor. And it is equal to 16. So 16 is the final answer. Question 9. P is equal to 2wy squared over 3. Find the positive value of y when P is 108 and W is 8. So I'll substitute P equals 108 equals 2. W is 8. 2 times 8 times y squared over 3. And to find the value of y, first we'll cross multiply 108 and 3. 108 times 3 equals 2 times 8y squared. 108 times 3 equals 324. 2 times 8 is 16. And then to find the value of y squared, we divide both sides by 16, which is 81 over 4. And to get the value of y, we need to take the square root of both sides. And because we only want the positive value of y, so this one is equal to 9 over 2. We only have one answer. 9 over 2 means 4.5. There's no negative answer for this question. Question 10. The vector AB is equal to 7, negative 3. A. Find 3 times the vector AB, which means 3 times 7, negative 3. 3 times 7 is 21. 3 times negative 3 is negative 9. Question B. Find the length of the vector AB. So this one is equal to the square root of 7 squared plus negative 3 squared. And the answer is 7.62. Question 11. A bronze sphere has a radius of 3.6 centimeters. The density of the bronze is 8.05 grams per centimeter cubed. This is the density. Find the mass of the sphere. Give your answer in kilograms. Correct to the nearest gram. Knowing that the density is equal to mass divided by volume. The density is equal to mass divided by the volume. So to find the mass, we will need to multiply the density and the volume together. You know that the volume of the sphere is equal to 4/3 pi r cubed. And in this case, the radius is 3.6 centimeters. So the mass is equal to the density 8.05 and the volume is 4/3 pi 3.6 cubed. And the answer for the mass is 1,573 grams. And we need to convert it into kilograms, so the answer is 1.573 kilograms. Question 12. Oliver sent 22% more messages in June than in May. So notice that when you see the structure something, then something, then always remember the quantity after the word then is always 100%. And now, how many percent of messages were sent in June? You know that Oliver sent 22% more messages in June than in May, which means in June she sent 122%. So I'll write down this. In May, she sent 100%, and then in June, he sent 22% more than in May. So in June, he sent 122%. Knowing that he sent 305 messages in June, this one is 305 messages. So find out how many more messages he sent in June than in May, which means we want to know this 22% is how many messages. So we'll write down the ratio. 122% is corresponding to 305 messages. And if we want to know 22% is how many messages, then first we will multiply 305 by 22 and then we divide it by 122. So the answer is 55. This is one solution. And we also have the other solutions, like we can find the number of messages he sent in May. To find the number of messages he sent in May, we will divide 305 by 122 and then we multiply by 100. So the answer is 250. So we know that in May he sent 250 messages. And then to find the number of messages he sent more in June than in May, we can subtract 250 from 305. So the answer is still 55. The final answer is 55 messages. So this is solution 1 and this is solution 2. Question 13. The graph of y equals 2x plus 1 is drawn on the grid. This is y equals 2x plus 1. By shading the unwanted regions on the grid, find and label the region R which satisfy these inequalities. First, we want y to be greater than or equal to 2x plus 1, so we need to keep the upper part and we remove the lower part of the line. Next, we want y to be greater than or equal to 1. We see there's an equal sign in this inequality, so we draw a solid line y equals 1. This is the line y equals 1. And we want y to be greater than or equal to this, so we keep the upper part and we remove the lower part. Finally, to draw the last line, we need to make y the subject. First, we need to keep 3y and we remove 4x from both sides. So it is 12 minus 4x. And then y is less than 12 minus 4x all over 3 because we divide both sides by 3. Now we draw a table of values for x and y. I usually choose x to be 0. When x is 0, then 12 minus 4 times 0 over 3 is 4. And if y equals 0, then x will be 3. Or you can choose another pair of x and y to draw the graph. So the first point is 0, 4. Here it is. And the second point is 3, 0. Here it is. Because there's no equal sign in this inequality, so we need to draw a broken line. And we want y to be less than 12 minus 4x over 3. So we need the lower part and we remove the upper part. So the answer for the region R is this one. Question 14. The box and whisker plot shows information about the mass in kilogram of some parcels. A. Find the mass of the heaviest parcel, which means we need to find the maximum value. It is here. This maximum value is something between 3 and 3.5. So this is 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, and 3.4. So the maximum is 3.3 kilograms. B. Find the interquartile range. You know the interquartile range is equal to Q3 minus Q1. Q1 is the lower quartile, and Q3 is the upper quartile. In this case, Q1 is 1.6, 1.7, 1.8, so Q1 is 1.85. And Q3 is here, so it is 2, 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, and 2.4. Q3 is 2.4 and Q1 is 1.85. So the answer is 0.55 kilograms. Question 15. T is equal to the square root of 3D minus E. Rearrange the formula to make D the subject. So to make D the subject, first we need to square both sides. T squared is equal to 3D minus E. Then I'll remove E by adding E to both sides. Equals 3D. Finally, we remove the number 3 by dividing both sides by 3. And that's how we make D the subject. T squared plus E over 3. Question 16. A cylinder with height 12.5 centimeters has a curved surface area. This is the curved surface area of 105 pi square centimeters. And we need to find the volume of the cylinder. You know that in a cylinder, when we unfold it, we'll have 2 circles as the base and 1 rectangle as the curved surface area. The curved surface area is actually this rectangle. And in this rectangle, the length is actually the circumference of the cylinder. The circumference of the circle is 2 pi r, and the width is the height of the cylinder. So, the curved surface area is equal to 2 pi r times the height, which is 2 pi r times 12.5 centimeters. And according to the question, it is equal to 105 pi. 2 times 12.5 is 25 pi r equals 105 pi. Now we can cancel pi and pi. Then the radius is equal to 105 divided by 25 equals 4.2 centimeters. After we have the radius of the cylinder, we can find the volume of the cylinder using the formula base area times the height. The base is a circle, so base area is pi r squared multiplied by the height. Now we substitute the radius 4.2 centimeters and the height is 12.5 centimeters. Then the final answer is 693 cubic centimeters. Question 17. A. Simplify this expression. First, we'll split it into two parts, 64 to the power of 2/3 and y to the power of 27 to the power of 2/3. For the number part, 64 to the power of 2/3 means the cube root of 64 all squared. And for the variable part, we'll multiply the two powers together. The cube root of 64 is 4, and 4 squared is 16. And for the variable part, 27 divided by 3 is 9. 9 times 2 is 18. So the answer is y to the power of 18. B. Simplify this algebraic expression. For the numerator, we just keep the same. And for the denominator, 25 is 5 squared. So we can write the denominator as x squared minus 5 squared means x minus 5 times x plus 5. And we see that there's a common factor of x minus 5, so we can cancel it. And the answer is 1 over x plus 5. Question 18. F is proportional to the product of M and A, which means F is equal to K multiplied by MA. Calculate the percentage change in F when M is increased by 40% and A is decreased by 15%. So when M is increased by 40%, which means the new M is 140%, or we can write 1.4 M. And if A is decreased by 15%, then the new A is only 85%, or we can write 0.85 A. So the new F is equal to K multiplied by 1.4 M multiplied by 0.85 A. And this one is equal to 1.19 multiplied by KMA, which is 1.19, the original F. And now we need to calculate the percentage change. You know that from F1, you want to get the new F2, which is 1.19 F1. And 1.19 is actually 119% of F1. This means the new F is 19% higher than the original F. So the answer is 19%. Question 19. Calculate the obtuse angle PRQ. This one. So in this triangle, we see some angles and the opposite sides. So we think about the sin rule. Sin of PRQ over the opposite side is 18 centimeters is equal to sin 42 degrees over the opposite side 13.5 centimeters. So to find sin of PRQ, we will multiply 18 by sin 42 degrees. Then we divide it by 13.5 centimeters. And to find the angle PRQ, we need to find the inverse of sin 18 sin 42 degrees over 13.5. The inverse is 63.1 degrees. But we see that in the question, we need to find the obtuse angle PRQ. 63.1 is not an obtuse angle. So to find the obtuse angle PRQ, we need to subtract 63.1 from 180 degrees. So the answer is 116.9 degrees. 116.9 degrees. Question 20. X plus A multiplied by x plus 2 multiplied by 2x plus 3 is equivalent to this expression. So we find the value. First, I will expand these brackets. X plus A, I will keep it the same. X times 2x is 2x squared plus 3x. 2 times 2x is 4x. And 2 times 3 is 6. Then we simplify this as 2x squared. 3x plus 4x is 7x plus 6. Now we expand these two brackets. 2x cubed plus 7x squared plus 6x plus 2ax squared plus 7ax plus 6a. Now we'll group them. 2x cubed, and then for the group of x squared we have 7 and 2a. So it is 7 plus 2a x squared. For the group of x, we have 6 and 7a. So we write 6 plus 7a x. Finally, we write 6a again. And according to the question, this one is equivalent to the yellow expression. So I'll write the yellow expression again. 2x cubed plus bx squared plus cx minus 18. This means that we have some groups here. B is equal to this. C is equal to 6 plus 7a. And negative 18 is equal to 6a. So I'll write 7 plus 2a equals b. 6 plus 7a equals c. And 6a is equal to negative 18. From the third expression, a is equal to negative 18 divided by 6 equals negative 3. And b is equal to 7 plus 2a, and your a is negative 3. So 7 minus 6 equals 1. Finally, c is equal to 6 plus 7a. Your a is negative 3. So 6 minus 21 is negative 15. So the answer is a equals negative 3, b equals 1, and c is negative 15. Question 21. The diagram shows a cuboid ABCDEFGH. AB equals 14 centimeters, BC is 5 centimeters, and CG is 8 centimeters. A. Calculate BM. To find the length of BM, we may draw a line that is perpendicular to the base from M, and we join these two together. I'll call this one H. And this is a right angle triangle. So to find the length of BM, we need to have the length of MH and HB. MH is the same as GC, which is 8 centimeters. And to find the length of HB, it is the square root of HC squared plus CB squared, because the triangle HCB is also a right angle triangle. And in this right angle triangle, we know that CH is half of CD. CD is the same as AB, which is 14 centimeters. So CH is only 7 centimeters. And CB is 5 centimeters. So to find BH, we will write the square root of 7 squared plus 5 squared. And we keep it. Now let's find the length of BM. BM is the hypotenuse of the right angle triangle MHB. So it is equal to the square root of MH squared plus HB squared. MH squared is 8 squared plus HB squared is 7 squared plus 5 squared. And the answer for this is the square root of 138, which is 11.7 centimeters. B. Calculate the angle that BM makes with the base ABCD. So look at the diagram. MH is perpendicular to the base ABCD. So the angle between MB and the base ABCD is actually the angle between MB and BH, this blue angle. And in this blue angle, we know that MH is 8 centimeters. And we also find down BH and BM, so we can use SOHCAHTOA to find this angle. Suppose that we use the fact that BM is the square root of 138 from question A. So in this case, I will use opposite and hypotenuse, which means we use the sin. Sin of the angle MBH is equal to opposite 8 over hypotenuse square root of 138. So to find the angle MBH, we find the inverse of sin 8 over the square root of 138. And the answer is 42.9 degrees. Intersects the curve at y plus x squared equals 5. So from the first equation, we see that y is equal to 9 minus 4x. And I'll substitute this into y plus x squared equals 5. So we know that 9 minus 4x plus x squared equals 5. I'll subtract both sides by 5. So we have 4. 9 minus 5 is 4. 4 minus 4x plus x squared equals 0. And x squared minus 4x plus 4 is a perfect squared. 2 minus x all squared equals 0. So this means 2 minus x must be 0, and x is equal to 2. Then to find the value of y, we can substitute back into the original equation. Y is equal to 9 minus 4 times x, which is 4 times 2 equals 9 minus 8 equals 1. So the answer is 2, 1. This is the end of the test.